So tell me, when you were sitting and you met Ed, what was that like? What was going through your mind, man?
Man, he sent me a text. So we're in the cafeteria. He said, meet me at the field. And, you know, I'm hearing all kind of stuff all week long.
With you a little bit, okay.
So he walks in, and I'm sitting in the middle. I'm thinking like, Lord, you know, and he come out there and he give me a huge hug, man, and he said, let's rock.
My mission is to travel the state of North Carolina to meet my fellow high school football coaches and to get to know them more on a personal level, and to bring that personal side of these coaches to you, to see that there is more to these coaches than just Friday nights under those bright lights. Let's get on the road. Hey, Coach Willert here. We are going to be hitting the roads of North Carolina to bring you up closer to these high school head coaches that are making these decisions underneath those Friday night lights. Today we're heading to Mount Tabor to meet the head coach, Tiesuan Brown. Coach Brown has been the head coach at Mount Tabor for 3 years now and has 30 wins and won 3 conference titles. So let's get on the road and learn more about the man leading the ship at Tabor City. Let's go.
Coach Brown, thanks for having me here at Bob Sapp Stadium, man, at the field, Bob Sapp Field.
What's going on, Ty? How you doing, brother?
Man,
Thanks for coming.
Man,
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me here, man. It feels good to be here, just to be able to relax with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, before we get going, I want to learn a little bit about you as a high school guy, like what you did back when you were in high school, way back now.
Oh, the glory days.
Way back.
The glory
Tell me
days.
now, I know you were from Tabor, so played for Bob Sapp.
Yep.
So just tell me a little bit about your high school career, multi-sport guy. Let everybody know a little bit about you.
Okay, originally I'm from Richmond County. I like to call it the Mecca of football in North Carolina. And I moved up here and got up here, and you know, y'all didn't have middle school football, and so I had to wait till I got to high school to play. And I met Bob Sapp, and you know, I started off playing football here. I was a 2-time all-conference player, 2nd team all-region, and only lost 5 high school football games while I was here at Mount Tabor. And I also wrestled here too. And in '98, I finished 2nd in the state of North Carolina at heavyweight.
Really?
So yeah, I had a pretty good career here at Mount Tabor.
So a big-time wrestling guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you went to Cumberland University in Tennessee?
Yes, sir, Cumberland University.
And you went to be a wrestler, not a football player, right?
Yep. I originally started off at Livingstone for football.
Okay.
Got a call from Maurice Atwood. And,
yeah.
And he said, you still got it in you? I said, yeah, and they gave me a better scholarship. And before I even seen the school, I said, I'm coming. And I get up there, and you know, everything's history. I was 3-time MVP of the team, and I won over 100 college matches, and I lost 2 matches, 2 times the match to be an All-American. And I lost by 1 point both times. So, but you know, I still had a good career.
Now, just answer, and I know you're probably, wrestling's the hardest sport.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, right? And it's got to even be harder when you go to college, because you got to watch what you eat, drink. Now, you were a heavyweight in college, so maybe that, but that had to be hard, wasn't it?
The training, man, we had 8-mile runs every week. And, you know, I thought that wrestling was going to be a little bit easier than football. I was wrong, so wrong, man. And, you know, but I will credit wrestling it gave me work ethic.
Yep.
And it made me a better man. It made me mentally tough.
All right, Coach, you're sitting here. What a beautiful field. You got the field looking right now, man.
Yeah, man. It looks good right now, buddy.
Hopefully we get to play on it here soon, man. But, you know, coaching's almost like a calling. You know, I mean, it takes special people, especially at the high school level. But you kind of have it a little different than other people, because you were the head wrestling coach here at Tabor before you were the head coach of the football team. So kind of give us a little, you know, background into how you've been a head coach both in wrestling and now here at Tabor.
Well, man, ever since I was a little boy in Rockingham, man, you know, I kind of idolized football. And I watched a lot of great football down there, and my cousins, Mike Thomas, he played at Carolina. And, you know, I've been loving football for a long time, and I knew when I was in middle school, this is what I wanted to do. And, you know, I've been going to school. I kind of looked at it like I've been going to school for 12 years. I've been playing sports all my life. What else I'm gonna do? So, you know, I've been doing, like my buddies tell me all the time, I was a coach when I was in high school. I mean, I remember a story when I was in the 10th grade, and we was playing North Forsyth, and we had a center that this was his first start, and he was going against this real big, huge nose guard, and he was whooping him. And he came to the sideline, and I told him, I said, man, you got to cut that joker. And he kind of looked at me and said, I'm going to do it. And the other day, he told me, he said, you know what, you the only person that told me to do that, and you was coaching back then. So
you started your coaching career back in high school,
Back in high school, yeah. I was the one that was always trying to get everybody right, you know. And so it's just been in my blood.
What's the difference between being a head coach of wrestling and now the head coach of football? What's the difference between the two sports?
Oh, it's numbers, man. It's numbers.
Okay.
You know, in football, I deal with about 115. In wrestling, at most, it was 30, 40 kids. And, you know, wrestling is a little bit more intense, and, you know, those long Saturdays. You in the gym all Saturday long.
Days.
Long days. And, you know, football, man, it's nothing like Friday Night Lights, nothing like it. And I got my first taste of a state championship game back here when Barry Stewart was the head coach. And I was sold from that day forward. I mean, I was locked in, and I started doing a lot of studying and, you know, a lot of hard work. And, you know, Bob Sapp and Ed Weiss and Lamar Marshall gave me my chance. And
so let's talk about Lamar. So Lamar, one of your best friends, or a good friend of yours.
Best friend.
He's the head coach at Tabor, and kind of out of nowhere, he resigns one day because he's got a great opportunity to go down to Davidson College to be a college guy. You've got a few years now to reflect on that. What was going through your mind when you found out Lamar was going to resign?
Scared to death.
Really?
I was scared to death. I had no idea what was going to happen after that point. I knew I was ready to be a head coach, but I didn't think I was going to get the chance at Mount Tabor. And with a lot of praying and a lot of support from Bob Sapp, former players, and parents, you know, fortunately, I was fortunate enough to get the job. And that was one of the best days of my life, one of the best, yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing that kind of, you know, I don't know if you know, I know you a lot better than we probably actually communicated. Obviously, we've come a lot closer over these last few months, but you worked your way up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of guys now, and you probably get this as a head coach, they want to be a coordinator, they want to be head of something, they want this. You started as I might be wrong here, but like a JV offensive line coach.
Absolutely.
Like you worked your way up. Yep. Give me that process from being that JV O-line coach to like a DC, you were assistant head coach, and then obviously now you're the man. So kind of give me that journey a little bit.
It was needed. I learned a lot from a lot of different coaches. I started off as the offensive line coach, and I was under Ray Rhodes, another great coach.
Great guy.
I learned a lot from him. And my third year, Ray told Barry, Tyshawn, I need to be your head JV coach. So I became the head JV coach. Had a couple undefeated years on JV. Then Lamar got the job, and he gave me a position on the varsity staff. And I learned under Drew Bowie as a defensive coordinator.
Another great coach.
Another great coach, and I learned a lot from that guy. And he retired, and I got my first chance as a DC. And, you know, like I say, like once you get that taste of Friday Night Lights,
yeah, man,
it's nothing like it. And especially when you call them to play.
Yeah.
So it was,
takes it to a whole nother level.
It takes it to a whole nother level, man. And I was locked in. But yeah, that day that Lamar came to me, I think I was the first person he told. And I was shocked. And, you know, I was worried. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. But the day that I got the job, Ed Weiss met me in the middle of the field. Mm-hmm. He said, "This is your new home." I said, "Let's go."
So that is okay. So you kind of beat me there, because I was going to say, I remember I've been the head coach of East. That was my first head coaching job I've ever had, still there. Hopefully it'll be my only one, but who knows about that. But I remember when they called me. Yeah. You know, I remember everything about it, my feelings and all that. So tell me, when you were sitting and you met Ed, what was that like? What was going through your mind, man?
Man, he sent me a text. So we in the cafeteria. He said, "Meet me at the field." And, you know, I'm hearing all kind of stuff
Oh,
all
he playing
week
with
long.
you a little bit, okay.
So he walks in, and I'm sitting in the middle. I'm thinking like, Lord, you know, and he come out there and he give me a huge hug, man, and he said, let's rock. And,
Man.
you know, that was like, I got chills, and, you know, it was just a great moment, man. And, you know, Ed was my PE teacher when I was in high school.
Okay.
So we had a little, you know, background with one another, and I was very happy that he gave me the opportunity.
That's a great, I've never heard it been done like that.
Yeah.
That's an awesome
Yeah.
story right there.
Yeah. Now he made me sweat. He made me sweat.
He messed with you a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, he made me
I wanted
sweat.
to tell Ed, I like that. There.
Yeah, he made me sweat.
All right, so we're down here and I'm looking at this facility now. This is a new facility, but you've kind of lived through it now from when you played here as a JV line coach that we learned about. Kind of tell me what's the changes here in the facility so people understand that this is a different Tabor City stadium.
Well, the biggest difference is the concrete's gone. I mean, you know, just having that big concrete and taking, you know, everybody took their senior picture on that concrete, and then now you have this. It's beautiful, but it's a difference without having that concrete. And Ed Weiss did a great job of doing the little things, putting flags and things like this around the stadium that just makes it a lot
Just
better.
the little things people don't understand. How that you got to like the brick too now.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. He did a great job, and you know, I was impressed when I first seen it. I was extremely impressed, man. And everything it looks good. It looks real good, and you know, I couldn't wait to pack the stadium.
Well, you guys do a good job of that. So now tell me this now too. This a lot of guys don't have this. Some do. You're coaching where you went to high school. You're coaching where you kind of grew up. So the community knows who you were way before you became the head coach. Let me know, does that increase the pressure because of that?
It's a gift and a curse, man.
Sure.
You know, everybody was extremely happy when I got the job, and you know, I told everybody that was the easy part, getting the job. But going around the neighborhoods and into the barbershop after a Friday night's game, Coach, what happened? Ty, you should have did this. Ty, you should have did that. And, you know, guys that I played with in high school, and you hear them in the stands, and, you know, sometimes it can hurt your feelings.
Sure.
But, you know, as a coach, and you know, it's part of the job, you know. And it kind of cuts you deep sometimes when it's your boys, but at the same time, you know, they have that pride. And so that make you go a little harder the next week.
It does. It helps to know, because there's a lot of high schools out there that don't have that pride.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't have that following. Yeah. So your boys from back in the days, they ride you a little bit, do
man, they ride me, man. This past year was my 20th year out of high school.
Okay.
And it was against the East Forsyth game. Yeah. And boy, my guys, they was on me after that game. We went downtown, and all I heard all that night, boy, was that offense. So you know, I mean, it's all in fun, man. I love those guys, but you know, it made me go home that night and really evaluate everything. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it pushes you a little bit harder when you hear it from your buddies. And you know, you don't want to disappoint anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I know every Friday night that my former coach is up there in them stands watching and observing, and I don't want to let that guy down. So I try to turn up a little bit.
That was one of my highlights. I believe it was this past year we played here, and I got to talk to Bob, Coach Sapp, before the game. He was one of the guys when I first got the job. He was really nice to me. You know, me being an outsider. So what a great man. He's had to have some influence in your life. Oh,
he had a lot, man. I tell people all the time that Bob made you tough. And I'm not just talking about physically tough. He made you mentally tough. He challenged you, and if you wasn't doing the right things, he was going to walk away from you. And that's when you knew that, okay, I got to do something to get this man attention. And one of the things that I'll never forget, he took me to my first pro game ever. He took me to go see the first Carolina Panther home game. And that was a big deal to me, you know. And coming from a single-parent home, you know, not having a lot, going to a big stadium, and we was in a skybox.
So we home run, man.
Yeah, we was big time that day. And I'll never forget, it was me, Art Brown, Brian Gaither, our quarterback. All of us was a big part of the team, and he took us up there, man. We had a great time, and I remember telling him when I got out of college, I'll never forget that experience. It was huge, you know, and he probably didn't understand how much that meant to me, but it was everything, you know.
Bob's a great guy. I'm grateful for everything Bob's done for me. So we're getting to game time now, okay? So we're kind of, the jitters are getting gone. It's coin flip time, so we got 5 minutes until the game starts.
Okay.
Okay, 5 minutes. You're watching your captains out at the middle of the field. What's going through your mind? Do you have any rituals? I do the same thing every game. Do you have any rituals, or what's going on right now? Are you crazy nervous? Are you crazy intense? Tell me what you're all about right now.
Most of the time I'm thinking about the game, but I got this from Bob Sapp. That's that moment, 5 minutes before the game. I kind of want to walk away from everybody just a little bit, just to gather my thoughts. Sometimes I might be looking at my paper, but I'm not really.
Not reading.
I'm not reading that paper. I'm just into my thoughts. And Bob did that a lot. And when you're a coach, you watch your former coach do things. I never knew why he did it, but it's just to clear my mind. You know what I'm saying? To get relaxed and, you know, get ready for this war that's about to happen. So you'll see me just walk away a little bit and get into my thoughts.
Now, I talked to Coach Stevenson earlier in another episode. Me and you, once again, I don't know if we've ever really talked pre-game.
Oh, probably not.
I don't think we have.
Probably not.
We're going to change that, though, right?
Yeah, we're going to change
We boys
that.
now, so we can change that. So the next time we hit that field, we can tell everybody Tabor City and K Vegas are going to meet, and we're going to actually talk.
Yeah. I would just, you know, I'm a competitor, just like everybody else. And, you know, I notice coaches, they do a lot of that before the game, and like Adrian Snow.
Adrian Snow, he'll talk you he'll talk your ear off, man.
Adrian Snow will come sit beside me. I'm sitting on the bench. I'm like, oh, here he comes. So I'm thinking like, but you know, getting to know y'all guys the last couple months, you know, you hear things about the person, and you know, I've been knowing you for a while, Ty. Like I've been here for a while, and so when I got to see you in a different light, I was like, man, Ty, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's my boy now. Yeah, that's my boy now. So, you know, this whenever we play again, I'm gonna come to the half field, shake your hand, and I'm gonna tell you I see you at the end.
That's it. I like it, man. Well, we'll meet that time, and I hope it's soon, man.
Yeah, I hope it's soon. Absolutely.
All right, man. So now you're kind of looking over the field, man. It's crazy. Even when I come on visiting, my gut kind of get those butterflies, man. I don't know if I can tell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right now, walking out here, man, your emotions got to be crazy, man. From where in 3 short years, 30 wins, 3 conference titles, you know, man, I guarantee every time you walk in, you got to be smiling.
Oh, all the time, Ty, man. You know, I've been fortunate to be at a good program, and just to carry on that winning tradition, that was big to me. And, you know, winning those conference championships, and we won 2 on this field, it gives me goosebumps every time I think about it.
Man, I can just see the pride in you, man. I love it. You got me jacked up right now, man. I can see the pride in you. So let's go back. You know, it's old glory days. You know that, okay?
Okay.
What was your best memory out here as a player? On Bob Sapp's field. I know it wasn't called that then, but what was your best memory?
Well, my senior year, we was in the 3rd round of the playoffs. We was 12-0. We was playing Ashbrook. They were 12-0. And they had a pretty good team, and they was talking a lot of junk in the paper. Well, Ty, it was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. And I scored a rushing touchdown in that game. That was one of my best memories. I played fullback in the wishbone for Bob Sapp. Yep.
Okay.
So that was one of my best memories ever as a high school player. You know, as a lineman getting in, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I thought you were a lineman.
No, I played line, but I also played a little fullback.
Okay.
While rumbling in there, it was probably like a 7-yard run.
So no, come on, man.
No,
it was probably like a 2-yard run, but now I know how stories get after a while.
No, maybe it was 7 yards and look. So I scored. I do the Heisman. Come off the field. Bob said, "You'll never get it again."
I know Bob.
Look, and I knew he was gonna say it, so I showed out.
That is awesome. So now, as a head coach, all these years later, as a head coach, what's your best moment in 3 years as a head coach? What's your best moment on this field?
On this field.
On this field.
My first year, we're down by 6. No, we're down by 4 against Dudley for the conference championship game. No timeouts. catch a pattern, we get the ball on the 20-yard line. He executed a perfect drive all the way down, ended up running it in for a touchdown. We win the conference like that with no timeouts. And it was something that we practiced every week, the 2-minute drill.
Yep.
And we executed perfectly. And as a coach, that was the best feeling in the world. And winning your first conference championship, your first year,
I remember it.
Man, it was a big deal, man. And you know, being a young coach, man, I probably showed out. I probably showed out.
Oh, I know you did. I know you probably did.
And I was extremely happy, man. And me and Ked, after the game, we both was on the field just talking and soaking it all in, man. We just beat Dudley. You know, they won all those state championships, and you know, it was a big deal, man. You know, beating Coach Davis and winning the conference, and you know, and the way we did it, it was awesome. You couldn't write a better story. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't.
And so the reason I know you showed out, the reason I ain't trying to call it, I don't know if you remember one of your first big wins. I thought on the way over here I was talking, I said, he's going to mention one I thought maybe it was going to be your first big, is when you beat us that one year. Remember that? That might have been your first year, wasn't it?
That was my second win ever.
Second win ever. And I remember looking across the field. Now, I'm a bad loser now. We all are.
Yeah, we all are.
But I remember I see you jumping up and down and going crazy. You know what, though? And I've known you for a while, too, but we didn't know each other. Yeah. I was actually, now I'm going to get killed for saying this, I was happy for you. I hate losing, but sometimes when you lose, you're happy when you lose to someone. If you're going to lose, you're happy you lose to someone good, and you're going to see that more. And do you remember that? I can remember you right over here jumping, going crazy, man.
The news people came up to me, and I screamed at the camera.
I love it, man.
And, you know, it was a big deal because I think y'all had beat us 5 straight times.
Yeah.
And, you know, getting that win, and it was another home game, and it was packed.
It was packed.
And, you know, it was a big deal. I mean, beat the legend, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Yeah. But I haven't been too lucky the last 2, so.
Yeah.
But.
Hey, it was good. But I tell you what, we're going to give you a chance to beat the legend. I can't believe you said legend. You're going to get killed by that. You know all the guys are going to kill you for saying that. We're going to do a little coaches challenge out here today. Okay, a little coaches challenge. Okay. So I heard you're a basketball guy. Yeah. Okay. But you almost got me worried when you said you were a running back. I thought you were O-line, did some research. Yeah. So we're going to throw football today through a hoop.
Oh.
So I was hoping. So we do these coaches challenges. I do a little research. You know that question I asked you, what you good at, what you. Yeah. So today we are going to throw about from 10 yards. We're going to throw through a little hula hoop. Harper, my daughter's little hula hoop, and we're going to see who can hit it. And it's coach's trust, because we're going to hold it too.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now if you want to throw it and hit me in the face, that you can do that, man.
I'm trying to win.
All right.
I'm trying to win.
Well, it's on then. All right, here we go. All right, so here's our hula hoop.
Okay.
This is my daughter's hula hoop, Harper. She's gonna be happy she saw this. Okay?
No sweat, baby.
And now, I wasn't a quarterback, but my players, I always tell them I was a quarterback. Like I got some big John Elway arm. I call myself Brett Favre, but I figured I got to win against the old lineman. So.
Oh no! Oh no! Hey, baby, we played a game called Fat Man 7-on-7.
Oh no!
Yes, sir. And I was the quarterback all the time.
Oh no! You might have caught me on my challenge. I tried to cheat on my challenges. You might have caught me.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
No warm up. Straight
Coach's
to it.
challenges, no warm ups. We're going right at it here. All about the trust here. Here we go. Yo!
Did he get it?
I got it, man. It hit the tip of it, though. All right, here we go now. Here we go.
Oh, let's go. Oh, that is small, too.
It is small, man.
Oh. Oh, man.
It looks a lot bigger up close, man. That thing's tiny.
You know, my son's a quarterback.
Okay.
This for him.
This is for him. All right.
Y'all ready?
There we go. You know if you don't make this, your boy's going to be clowning you now.
All my boys going to clown.
You're going to have to send him to some quarterback camp.
Oh!
Oh! All right. That keeps me undefeated in the coaches' challenges right now, I believe. So, man, hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, thank you so much for having me here in Tabor City, man. It's been great getting to know you even better.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can get on the field again and we can get after the game real soon.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all coming out.
Well, thank you very much. Hey, let's make sure we tune into our next episode when we're going down the road to meet another high school head football coach in the great state of North Carolina. Until then, keep making plays.